Okay, so here's another question type. It's called multiple choice. It's the typical question type that we're used to asking. It's got a few interesting quirks, though. We're going to try for this. Question name is going to be something like states of matter. I'm going to give the correct answer here based on properties. Okay. Which of the following states of matter is best described as having the atoms relatively close together relatively close. Which of the following states of matter is best described as having the atoms relatively close together? Has a definite shape and definite volume. All right, so we've got that. General feedback for this question. Matter with a definite shape and definite volume is always a solid. Now here's where it's a little bit different. You could have one or multiple answers. So here we only want one answer because the only possible answer we're going to have is solid. The number of the choices is ABC. Shuffle the choices. We like to sometimes we like to check that, sometimes we don't. If you want the choices to appear in exactly the order that you put them in, uncheck this. If you want Moodle to be able to randomize them so that the correct answer isn't always the third choice or the fourth choice or whichever one you've chosen, then you leave that checked. I'm going to leave it checked in this case. So the choice is going to be this. Let's see. Solid, which is the correct answer, so I'm going to give that grade of 100%. Liquid, which I'm not going to give a correct answer, but I am going to give feedback on that. Remember, liquids do not have definite volume shapes. They're mostly definite volumes. And maybe I'll make that a sentence, so capital R. And then gas, as my third choice here, again, no feedback, no grade for that, but remember, gases do not have definite volumes or definite shapes. Definite, there we go. Choice 4, we could talk about plasma here, but that's not something we all talk about in the chemistry curriculum. So I'm not going to put a fourth. Well, you know what? A fourth choice of plasma is not a bad idea. Plasma as a choice, and the feedback on this, I'm not going to bother with any feedback on this. Actually, I could just give a description. Plasmas are gases that have been ionized. I could have a fifth choice if I wanted, but I don't have to. I could actually add more choices. As far as combined feedback is concerned, we can change the feedback for any of the types of responses: correct, partially correct, or completely incorrect. Multiple tries we're not going to mess with because, again, we haven't been playing with that. We just click Save Changes. Now, if we wanted to have a multiple choice that had multiple answers, we could click on that again. I've previously pasted this. No, I didn't.